I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry that I brought you into this. I just wanted things to be the way they used to be. Danny Sharp is a complex human being in that I think his intentions are that he grew up in a family where, you know, bank robberies and heists were sort of normal, which sounds crazy, but it was true. And grew up with his brother, Will, who is an adopted brother. And really they were, you know, like so close. And I think growing up in a family, there was so much chaos probably and discomfort. I think they found a lot of comfort with each other. And so in the years that have preceded Will leaving and then both growing up, they've separated in a lot of ways and don't stay in touch. And I think Danny is probably desperate for a connection and the love of his brother and the support of that. And so I think he's a character that is conflicted, you know, is used to doing one thing. That one thing happens to be bank robberies and robberies. But I think his intention is to try and connect, and he loves his brother very much. So he's a complicated character, one that I think is loving, but a little bit misunderstood and misunderstanding about what that love is and how to put that into action, you know? Don't rob banks.
Will doesn't have very many options. You know, at the beginning of the film, he is dependent on the insurance to pay for the surgery for his wife. He has a newborn son, and he needs the money. So Will is very much desperate. You know, he goes to his brother for a loan, and his brother says, "Look, I can't give you the loan. You know, I'm all tied up right now, but if you come on this job, you'll never have to worry about money for the rest of your life." And, you know, to Will, that sounds bad. You know, he doesn't see that as a good opportunity, but it is the only choice that he has, and he decides to make the best of it, and to, you know, as they say, desperate times calls for desperate situations, or drastic times calls for drastic measures. And, you know, going on the bank heist with his brother was definitely a drastic measure.
32 million. I need an extra man.
I came to you for a loan.
Look, have I ever gotten you anything that I couldn't get you out of? It's time for you to do something for your family. Will comes to Danny because he needs help. He's struggling, and, you know, his wife is sick, and he just needs to take care of his family, and he's been pushed to the edge. And Danny's his only choice, you know, his only hope. And Danny wants to help. He loves his brother, and so the choice to go after this money is, you know, with the intention of making sure that a system that was not allowing for his brother to, you know, help his family at all, just like tied his hands and everything behind his back, to kind of break that system. And so the intentions between the two of them is to go rob this bank because he wants to help his brother.
Will really never does believe that this is gonna all go well. You know, I think he has a few moments in the film where he thinks that it's possible that they're gonna get away, but he knows that Will knows that he's going on a dead-end job as soon as he says yes, but he doesn't have options. And so he has to make the best of it. I think once he gets inside of that ambulance, he knows that they've messed up. Actually, I'll rewind it. I'll say once the cop is injured, then he's all in. You know, then he knows that he doesn't have very many options. He can't just drop the bag and run away. Now he has a responsibility, and he's directly connected to the crime. You know, he's directly connected to the story, and he can't just wash his hands and say, you know what, my bad. And he's at the center of the entire film at that point.
The injured cop in that space was injured because of a mistake that he made in wanting to get away. So there's all these moral questions that happen, you know, that I think that are underneath all of it really, really interesting. It, in the end, is someone's fault, but it is sort of everyone's fault in a way too, and no one's fault. And that's what makes the movie so interesting.